Hello to my viewers, it's Gotchild. Welcome back to some content here. Anyway, a little bit different, something different, you know, better game, something different. Not 2K, not Minecraft, not Uno, not Pac-Man, not Madden, not Asphalt, not Need for Speed. No. Something completely different. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I've posted this on my channel before, just not often. Or at all, but we will make this a series, sure. This will be more consistent of a let's play. Alright, but anyways, we got some Catquest Part 3. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot I had this in my PS5 library, so here we are, folks. Again, an important reminder to stay encouraged, positive, and determined. It's easier than done, but it's very important though. Also, if tell any trusted relative or even your parents that you love them and thank them for what they've done for you. Please spread the positivity and kindness. It's great. I'm gonna be honest, I'd rather you spread some positivity than ever subscribe to my channel, and I'm being completely serious. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm being honest. Like, I care more about society than I care about my own channel. I mean that. You hear me laughing? Nope. And tells you all you have to know, for real. But anyway, let me just try to focus a little bit more on the game because I don't know. I don't want my channel to be this weird unhinged mess when I'm with commentary. So just try to keep it as versatile as possible, folks. She's a front boxer. Okay. If you know, you know. If you're an NBA fan, you're definitely, or in general at the least, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. But yeah, shout out to my biased medic. Besides the point, though. Fact of the matter, this game low-key grew on me. I just haven't had the time to play it because I'm a human being. There's only so much I can chew. Just like the rest of you folks. Honestly. So anyways. But hold on, what dungeon is this? Oh, it's the meat dungeon. Okay. Makes lots of sense. Okay, so I'm confused about this side quest. So I remember getting this game thinking it was like some ripoff of Ratchet and Clank, but then after playing this a tiny bit, like way before I did a series on this, I realized how different this game is. It's low-key a lot easier. But I'm gonna be honest, in my opinion, I feel like it's a little more underwhelming. But hey, if you're not on PlayStation, because Ratchet and Clank is a PlayStation exclusive, it's only Sony. Like, you're only gonna find it on PlayStation 2 through 5. Then I'd recommend it on every other console. Because Catquest is everywhere versus Ratchet and Clank is on PlayStation. You get this game on the Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, etc. You name it. They have it, so there. Alright, but anyways, it's just not get unhinged, kiddos, and grown-ups. That's a minute on itself, so. But I'm not gonna say the term. It's not a bad term, it's just cringy. But the motto, you know, YOLO, if you know, you know. So I'm not gonna say that because it's cringy. It's cringeworthy, but you only live once though. That's very true. It cannot be anywhere close to in any way, shape, or form more stated. He's not really well said, but he was well said about that. Yep. By the way, speaking of you only live once, please make it count. Like we're gonna find a way to have hardships and such, but please know that we can always make each and every moment count. And you know, even look, I'm not some like magical guru. I'm not a genie. Like I'm nothing special. Trust me on that. Like I'm not a hypocrite here. Like, I'm being completely honest at its finest. However, I just want y'all to know that, again, don't feel ashamed if you, like, how do I say it? I'm so lost, I can't keep track of what I say in these videos, so just, I don't blame if y'all roast me in the comments, which please don't, but if you do, I don't care. Do as you wish. Like, I've gone through it all. Not gonna tell you why. Respect it, I'll respect you. I respect you already. But anyways, the point is simple. Just don't stop. Like, oh my gosh, how awkward. Oh man. Oh no, what a depressing like speech. If that's not a depressing speech, what is? What terrible. Well, this was Gotcha 2025, folks. Right now recording this, it is 10:28 p.m. EDT. As of recording of this video, this may be published on a later date. It is September 10th Eastern Time. And, well, this cringy intro got ruined. I mean, not intro, but this cringy thing got destroyed. Because I got too unhinged, but that's fine. We all make mistakes. Look, if there's people that have, how do I say it? Have lost their confidence, if you will, like lost their self-confidence during a Super Bowl halftime show, like they started stuttering or what have you. Trust me, don't be ashamed when you start having embarrassing moments yourself. Also, don't lie about it either. Like, just be honest. Don't be a hypocrite. Spread positivity and spread honesty, positivity. And just, you know, be yourself. It's not that hard. It is hard, but you can do it. Don't be shy. Look, if you could be on your phone all day, you could definitely be yourself. It's just the truth. Okay, y'all. That's like saying to Chris Paul that his name is not Chris Paul. That's like saying he's Paul Chris, which is pretty wrong. I'm not gonna lie. That's very messed up. Or actually, no. That's like calling Paul George. That's like calling him George Washington. You know, y'all. That's just not right. Anyways, his nickname is PG-13, but that's much very much for real. I have a lot of stuff. But I hope that analogy made any sense. You're probably only gonna get it if you're an NBA fan at the least. But again, I hope y'all understand it though. I hope some of you get it somehow. If not, I'll explain. Basically, Paul George is an American basketball player. Plays in the NBA. I'm not even gonna say which team, but I'll break it down for the people to make it easier. Cause I'm thoughtful. Anyways, because his name was Paul, his nickname is, well, PG-13. Why is that? Because his jersey number is 13, and his first name was Paul and his last name was George, and I put George Washington in that analogy just so it's funny, and it could be sort of relatable to certain folks. But honestly, spread positivity though. It's very important. It just is. And Chris Paul's just one of the greatest point guards ever. It's kind of overrated a little bit, but I mean he's great. Chris Paul is just one of the best point guards of my generation. Not the best, but probably top 3 in my book. With the 2010s keyword, he is honestly like top 11 all time. There's better guards in my book, in my opinion. Anyways, back to the matter. What I meant by Paul Chris was his actual name is Chris Paul, but I just fixed up the first and last name saying Paul Chris because you know you have to be a better person. You cannot do things so the other way around. It doesn't work. Okay. I hope that makes sense to my viewers, even though it probably does. But I hope so. Anyways, about this being a poor man's Ratchet & Clank, because it is. I'm biased. Ratchet & Clank's better. It's my book. Comment what your arguments against it. However, this game's pretty good though. It's just more underwhelming, just because in Ratchet & Clank, it's futuristic. Alright, that's one thing. But there's like way more missions. It's definitely a lot harder. I got the platinum on Rift Apart. That was definitely harder than the Minecraft Platinum I got for Minecraft PS3, 4, and 5, respectively. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart on the PS5 was an exhausting platinum, but I got through it. But I couldn't have done it without my pops, who is a gamer himself. I'm not gonna get into details, but he is a great Zero build player Or sometimes I for it together, just not often or at all. But he played since like I don't know the NES something. Let me not get personal right now. That's one thing I don't want in my channel. People just begging me extra info. You know, you're better off talking to an iceberg if you're gonna be doing that. By the way, as you wish though. Talking to an iceberg. Gotcha 2025. Anyways. Dang it. I love how I ended up dying when I said talking to an iceberg. That was hilarious. That's so sad. It's so embarrassing. That's definitely gonna go down in history. So anyways, the story was simple. Not gonna get into details, but basically my pops, he grew up playing the NES, SNES, stuff like that. Atari, I would imagine. Look, I have good memory, but then it folds. Like, it screws up when I need it most. So therefore, it doesn't take some of this for granted, even though y'all will literally not know much about this lore at all. But anyway, my pops, he's an old school gamer, alright? And he actually was a amazing, and I mean, if I can't say that, that is a huge understatement. Alright, y'all will not know this game, so I'll just explain. So first of all, do you at least know the retro game NBA Jam? It's like the basketball game from like the 90s or something. Well, there was a PS3 equivalent to it, a PS3 remake. That game goes by the name of NBA Jam on Fire Edition. Let me just tell you, my father was an absolute connoisseur at that game. Like, oh my gosh, he was literally, I don't know, Wilt Chamberlain, Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron, and of course Dwight Howard combined. Like, my dad was literally the greatest NBA Jam player ever from like the years 2012 to 2016. You could say, "Gotcha, what are you smoking? What? Like, why are you saying that?" No, it is very true. It's not a joke. Like, he genuinely owned people in that game, except for like a couple people, but still, he was really good. Like, for real. Shout out to Boricua 73. But anyways, I had to shout him out because he's a great zero-build player. He taught me the ropes. I'm gonna be honest. Wasn't for my pops, I would not be playing video games right now. That's a fact. I don't think I even would know what they are, even though despite them being mainstream, I don't even think I'd be able to play them. I'm grateful to God that I have the parents I have. Be grateful kids and growing up and thoughtful. Please do so though. Be grateful to what you have. Never say no. Never reject it. Alright? You know what hurts me the most? Definitely when people on the internet or whatever are like, I don't know, being false about some. Oh, I had this happen. Oh, you didn't. Please, be nice to the public. To make sense. Like, I don't care if y'all make fun of me, but I'm saying it in like in general, like in more serious things. If that makes sense, y'all. Like, what's the word? We need less toxicity in the world. Even my broski James would agree. That's if you watch this, I know you're subbed. Please don't take that the wrong way, alright? It's just a part of an important speech. So if you know, you know. It's okay. We all get snubbed, but we need you to start rubbing that salt on the ribs, you know. All right, I had no shill. Great, and I ended up dying in the process. That's even worse. Hold up. Give me a sec. I mean, pause part 3. Alright, so this is your pretend commercial break, but that's fine. It's just Godchild, and that's it. I definitely genuinely lost my mind. A billion words, but it's okay. It's okay, you know why? Because we got Eric V and Rakim. That's fine. To be honest, it's one of the greatest, I wouldn't say the greatest, but one of the, definitely, no doubt, one of the most important parts of Earth. Besides the Blink, definitely has nothing to do with Catquest. Has to do with, different things. Very different things. Oh god. Man, am I ever gonna get through this slump? This, my gosh, just the best part is every time I do some like unhinged rant, I always get destroyed. Like, take those Madden videos, those predictions for example, and you see what I mean. It's so sad, y'all. And the saddest part is I'm not even trying to get unhinged, that's even worse. Hold up. I got a good quote, by the way. I gotta find it. It's on my computer somewhere. Hold up. Quotes. Alright, I got a quote about encouraging others. If you want to lift yourself up, lift someone else. That's a quote from someone named Booker T. Washington. Very true though. Very true. And it's very true because like if you lift other people up, and guess what? You're like you have more positivity around you. It's contagious. It's the opposite of like when people are those like I don't want to say this in a rude way. You know, I'm not like that. But it's the opposite of those dorks, if you will, that are just gonna be like, you know, putting people down for absolutely no reason. Like they depend on it. But anyways. The point is simple. Like those like types. By the way, if you're that type of person, please, I'm not judging you. Like, do what you wish. Just know that your actions cannot be anywhere worse than annoying. Like, if you're the type of person to make others down, just know that you're accepted, you're cared about, but you are genuinely, definitely not going to be trusted. No. But the point is simple. Like, this quote is the opposite of people that, like, put people down. You know? Like, it's spreading the positivity. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. It's so true though, we need to spread positivity. We'll spread this like peanut butter and jelly, I promise. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not much of a J. Cole person, but imagine if his name was Cole J, folks. Let's just be honest, the world would be weird. Okay, folks. You know? Can we disagree on this? Viewers, peoples. By the way, the best thing I can say right now is God bless you. God is good. To those atheists out there that are just genuinely under a rock, and I don't mean that. I mean that in like such a professional way. Seriously though, I'm telling you, God is real. And for those that wonder or genuinely are like, I don't know, nosy if you will, and like wonder why I named my username Godchild all those years ago, when I made this PlayStation account, it's simple. It's because my religion, and it's also because God is like I'm spiritual. In other words, I grew up spiritual. Both sides of my family, respectively, my mom and my pops, they are, you guessed it, huge believers in the Holy Spirit, and therefore I name myself Godchild because, well, I have a relationship to many godparents. My great-grandfather, he passed away. I'd be lying if I said I don't miss him. I miss him a lot. He was impactful, very influential family member. Like, I'm numb right now. I'm using comedy in this video just to like get me by, but I'm being honest, I'm numb. Fact of the matter is, I hope y'all know that whatever hardships you'll be going through, please know that you can always get through them. The light is waiting for you at the end of the tunnel. Okay? However, I gotta say that the hardest of times are gonna be the start of when the happiness may not always be able to be bought, obviously, but there are some dimes waiting for you because they are, well, they're just not there, you know. I know that was a terrible analogy, I take that back, but My point is simple. I'm spiritual, and that's the origin of my username is what my religion, and that the Holy Spirit runs in both sides of my family, my mom's side and my dad's side. With that being said, don't think my username being Godchild is like arrogant. Look, I'm not a guru at gaming like y'all folks would think or assume so. Like I get that a lot, but I don't believe that. I really don't. Like I appreciate the compliment, like thank you, but like I have manners, but trust me, I'm not like that. I will never be like that. I say no to that. And honestly, God bless the people who don't have religion. And God bless those who have different religions. You know what happens when Tito Rojas met Tito Blue? There was a purple Tito. If you know, you know. It's just a Southside reference, but not gonna get into that. It would be difficult. It does not help that I don't speak Spanish fluently, so it would be even more awkward, y'all. God is good. I got a good quote. Not quote. I take that back. That's the wrong wording. Prayer verse. I gotta look it up. Philippians something. Yep, Philippians 4:13. Alright, so this verse says, I can do all things through Christ, who strengthens me. This is Philippians 4:13. I'm not gonna read the entire chapter. It will take a while, but I recommend it though. It's good for you. But yes, the fact of the entire point is that my username is not in any way, shape, or form arrogant. Like I'm not some guru of a gamer. I don't have some, you know, unnecessary ego. I'm just expressing here that I'm spiritual, and that's, you know, the entire point. I'm a spiritual kid. I'm just some unhinged teen you're gonna watch on the internet, give some encouragement along with a huge versatility of humor in the process. All right. Alright, so I'm gonna do the outro fairly soon because I've lost my mind playing this, but not quite yet. I'm probably do a Minecraft video because that's my comfort zone. Also, in all seriousness, in comfort zones, please challenge yourselves into different heights. You can do it. I'm telling you, it will be good for you. That's an understatement. It will be great for you. Just would. It's really important to try new things. Don't be shy. Like, if you want to be a doctor, you could. If you want to be a astronaut or something, you could. If you want to be a nurse, or what they call it, bear with me. It's pretty embarrassing at its finest. A marine biologist or zoologist, you could do just that. You just have to put your mind to it. You could be a WNBA, NBA, NFL, NCCA, AF, which is like college football, prospect, etc. NCCAB. Ugh, my gosh, my breath. I could take all the speed hockey, if you will, whatever. So, whatever. You get the point. G League, boxing, every fighting sport, etc. Fact of the matter is, to be an athlete too, like, it doesn't happen overnight. Yeah, you have to stay determined. Okay. Stay encouraged, positive, and determined, and you just have to be like what you aren't. You just gotta be you don't have to be special. You just gotta be consistent. That's it. I'm gonna be honest. All credit goes to Tom Brady for saying that. I did not make that up, or not make that up. I don't own that. Not like saying that quote. I just put my own thing into it. That's all. There's my honesty, kiddos and grown-ups. Can we please agree? Well, I mean, we're all human. Therefore, we all have our opinions, and that's respectable. However, can we all agree that Skechers are the epitome of underrated? Like, come on now. Skechers are wonderful shoes. And the even more sad part is, like, they're genuinely, when anybody talks about shoes on the internet, Skechers are gonna be one of the first shoes that are, like, in the bad list. That are, like, always, like, their punching bag of shoes, if you will. What are you? Yes, I know we're all people and all, but come on, stop putting Skechers in F tier. Oh, it is not that bad, alright, folks? Don't even get me started with that meme that goes, if you're wearing Skechers on, get out my way. Bro, Skechers are wonderful. Okay? They're Shaqs. Well, not really Shaqs, honestly. But they're definitely up there with Jordans. I don't care what anybody says. Skechers are the poor man's Jordans. For those that care, I have a great pair of Skechers, but that's besides the point. Anyways. Alright, well, I'm gonna do the outro. I'm tired of Catquest. I'm gonna play something else and do another video, but, thanks for watching. Have a great day or night, depending on your time zone. It's got shout out. Peace. Bye, my pupils. Bye, my wonderful folks. Alright, adios. Peace. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bravo, bravo.